Kendrick Lamar just landed on another big list that got everybody talking. Forbes released their 250 greatest self-made Americans, and sitting at number 155 is the Compton rapper turned Pulitzer winner. On paper, it looks clean. Grammy collector, Pulitzer Prize holder, now officially one of the greatest self-made success stories in the entire country. But Forbes didn't stop at the awards. They made sure to remind people where he started. His family was homeless for stretches. They depended on food stamps to eat, Section 8 housing, government assistance, the kind of setup that usually keeps kids trapped in the same cycle for life. Most people hear that and think, damn, what a comeback. Others scroll past it like it's just another rags to riches cliche. But something about the way this story gets packaged feels a little too perfect, like the system is trying to sell hope while ignoring how rare this ending actually is. Shh, turn the volume up, but keep it low. This is Rap Deepest Secrets, the one place the labels can't control, exposing the codes, the cover-ups, the real cost of fame. Now, back to the video. Self-made sounds inspiring until you sit with it. Kendrick didn't wake up one day and decide to blow up. He came from a place where survival wasn't guaranteed. His family bounced between unstable housing. Food stamps weren't a side note, they were the main meal plan. A lot of kids in that same environment never get the chance to even dream about music, let alone turn those dreams into a career that rewrites history. So when Forbes drops him on this fancy list next to tech billionaires and CEOs, it raises eyebrows. Is this real recognition or just another polished narrative? Here's the suspicious part. These greatest self-made lists love pointing at one guy who escaped the hood and saying, see, the American dream still works. It makes the millions still stuck look like they just didn't try hard enough. Gen Z already smells the cap from a mile away. We've watched too many influencers sell grind culture while their parents' money quietly paid the bills. Kendrick's story hits different because it's not clean, it's messy, it's painful, and yet here comes Forbes turning trauma into a bullet point for their inspirational list. But Kendrick didn't chase this validation. He spent years rapping about the exact contradictions that these lists try to simplify. On Good Kid, MAADD City, he painted the picture of a young boy navigating violence, peer pressure, and broken systems. On To Pimp a Butterfly, he went deeper, turning his pain and his community's pain into something that felt like a protest album and a therapy session at the same time. Then Damn dropped, and somehow won him even more mainstream love while still asking hard questions about worth, faith, and survival. Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers got personal in ways most artists run from. He talked about therapy, guilt, ego, and the weight of being the one who made it out. That's the twist people keep missing. Kendrick never positioned himself as the perfect self-made hero. He's been warning us the whole time that success comes with scars. Survivor's guilt isn't just a catchy phrase for him, it's something he's lived. While the industry tried to box him as just another rapper, he kept expanding what hip-hop could say and do. He made music so heavy that a Pulitzer committee had no choice but to pay attention, even though they usually ignore the genre. Now, Forbes wants to claim him as proof that anyone can rise if they work hard enough. But the math doesn't add up for most people in Compton or any other hood across America. The odds are still brutal. The support systems are still broken. One Kendrick doesn't fix the pipeline that swallows thousands of other talented kids every year. Think about it. How many young creators are out there right now with the same hunger, same lyricism, same vision, but no breakout moment? They're still relying on food stamps, or worse, still dodging the same traps Kendrick described in his early music. The system loves celebrating the exception because it lets them ignore the rule. That's the suspicious part. Is this list really about honoring Kendrick's genius, or is it about comforting everyone else with the idea that if he could do it, so can you, even when the playing field was never level? The sarcasm writes itself sometimes. They'll put a man who survived homelessness and food stamps on a self-made list like his come-up was just hard work and positive vibes. Nah, it was talent plus timing plus something deeper, that rare ability to turn lived pain into art that actually resonates resonates across generations. Most self-made stories on these lists come from people who had quiet safety nets. Kendrick's safety net was his pen and his refusal to stay small. He kept pushing even when the industry wanted simpler, more marketable versions of him. If you're still watching this far, you already feel the weight. This isn't just another success story. It's a mirror held up to how we talk about struggle and success in America. This is exactly why you need to subscribe to this channel right now. We don't do surface-level takes or quick hype videos. We sit with the uncomfortable truths, the suspicious timing, and the parts the mainstream glosses over. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. Stick around because these conversations only get better when more real ones join. Back to the story. Kendrick Lamar turning food stamps into a Pulitzer and now a Forbes ranking is impressive as hell, but let's not pretend it's simple or repeatable for everybody. His journey exposes how rare real breakthrough really is. It highlights the gaps, the luck, the systemic barriers, and the sheer will it takes to keep creating when everything around you says quit. The twist is clear. Kendrick didn't become great because the system worked for him. He became great in spite of it. He kept his soul intact while the game tried to slick him up or water him down. That's what separates him from a lot of artists who chase the bag and lose the message. Forbes can put him on their list, but they can't package the full truth. The full truth is messy, painful, and still unfolding. If you made it all the way to the end, real respect. You're not here for 5-second clips. You're here for the layers. Make sure you're subscribed so we can keep unpacking these kinds of stories without the corporate filter. Drop your honest thoughts in the comments. Do you see Kendrick's Forbes spot as pure inspiration, or does the self-made label still feel like cap when you remember the food stamps and homelessness? Is he the exception that proves the dream is alive, or the exception that shows how broken the dream actually is for most? Either way, his path from those early struggles to this level of institutional praise should make every young creator watching think twice. The come-up is possible, but it's rarely clean, and it almost never comes without deep cost. Stay locked in with the channel. We'll catch you in the next one where we go even deeper.